Today is Wednesday, October 28th, and it was Wear Camo Day for Red Ribbon Week. We took attendance, so I got to see everyone's face. They unmute, and I put them in the big screen so I could say hello. Then we pulled out our Chapter 3 math, and we corrected the homework, which was only 3 questions. And the students told me the correct answers, and I was a proud teacher. So I'm going to go over those. Page 135, number 16. A unicycle has only one wheel. Write a multiplication sentence to show how many wheels there are on 9 unicycles. Well, to show a picture, you need to draw the groups first. One unicycle is bigger than one wheel. So unicycle is our groups. So we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then there's one wheel on each unicycle. So we put 1 in each. So we have 9 groups times 1 object in each group equals 9. Number 17. Carlos spent 5 minutes working on each of 8 math problems. He can use 8 times 5 to find the total amount of time he spent on the problems. So 8 times 5, and we solved it, and we got 40. For numbers 17a through 17d, choose yes or no to show which are equal to 8 times 5. So what that means is what else equals 40? 8 plus 5 is 13. So that's a no. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 25. So that's a no. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 40. So that's yes. And 5 plus 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 5 also equals 40. So it is a yes. And then on page 136, we have just part A. Jason is making 5 sock puppets. He glues 2 buttons on each puppet for its eyes. He glues 1 pom-pom on each puppet for its nose. Write the total number of buttons and pom-poms he uses. Write a multiplication sentence for each. So if I know that there are 5 sock puppets and we are trying to find eyes and noses, I drew 2 pictures. I drew 1 picture for the eyes. There are 5 puppets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles for groups. There are 2 eyes on each puppet. So that's why I put 2 in each. Well, we have 5 groups times how many are in one group is 2 equals the total amount of eyes, which is 10. So that's why under eyes, it's 5 times 2 equals 10. So you have 10 buttons. Noses. It's still the same amount. There are still 5 puppets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you only have 1 pom-pom for their nose. So there's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we have 5 groups with 1 in each group equals 5. So 5 times 1 equals 5 and 5 pom-poms. Then we started our Chapter 3 math test. It is a little confusing, but it is not in the Brain Check packet. I did not have time once it was off the printer to staple it to the Brain Check, so it is separate. So it says Chapter 3 test, page 1. We only did the first 2 pages, and I was there to answer any questions. So I just sat and the students worked. So on the first page, you are doing number 1, number 2, number 3. So that's for homework. And then the next page, AG 50, number 4, 5, you do not do 6, and number 7. So that is what we worked on today. We'll finish the rest tomorrow. The beauty of being at home is you still have the review with you. So all the questions are similar. So if you forget how to do a question, pull out that review and use it as notes to help you figure it out. Then in our grammar, weeks 10 and 11. Pull out grammar, weeks 10 and 11. And turn to page 32. We did this all together. So you can pause it if you want, and I'll go up big again for you to pause it. So a singular noun names one person, place, or thing. A plural noun names more than one person, place, or thing. Singular means one. Noun is a person, place, or thing. Plural means more than one. A noun is person, place, or thing. To form the plural of a word that ends in Y, change the Y to I and add ES. Well, what is easier to remember is, okay, when you see a noun, person, place, or thing, there's a Y at the end, but you want to make it plural, just get rid of the Y and add IES. So we did change each word to a plural noun. Library, that's a place. Drop the Y, add IES. Puppy, that's a thing. Drop the Y, add IES. Puppies. Party, that's a thing. Drop the Y, add IES. Parties. Sky, it's a thing, up in the air. Drop the Y, add IES. Army, drop the Y, add IES. We did the same on the bottom. Write the plural form of each noun in parentheses to complete each sentence. Dad bought camping supply for our trip. That doesn't make sense. We need to say he bought camping supplies. We can't just add an S though. That's incorrect. You need to get rid of the Y and add IES. We saw 2 yellow canary in the park. Well, there's not one, there are 2. So we need to make it plural. So you drop the Y and add IES. Our class invited all of our family to the party. Well, if it's a class, there's more than one. There's more than one kid in a class, right? So that means there's more than one family. So there are families. So we need to drop the Y and add IES. I read a book about some pony that live on an island. Some could mean more than one, but what gives it away is if it was only one, it would say, I read a book about some pony that lives on an island. But since it doesn't have an S on live, it's more than one. So you drop the Y and add IES. Number 10, Mom needs lots of cherry for the pie. She needs lots of them. She's not going to be happy when you bring home one cherry. So we need to make it cherries. So drop the Y and add IES. For their homework, it is the candy page. But they are going to draw a line under candy, pass, party, and gift. Tonight's homework is just the top half. Now, they need to color and write because just because you color doesn't tell me that you understand. So for instance, babies, you have to drop the Y and add IES. So when you add IES, it is red. Don't color over babies because you're using pencil, and I want to see your writing. The reason why someone asks, why can't we just color? Well, if you color it red, what if you really think you spell babies like this? That's incorrect. You had to drop that Y. So showing me that you dropped the Y tells me that you understand what we're doing. But if you, not the IES, but for the S and the ES, you can just add it. So for lunches, lunch has a CH at the end. And if at the end of a word is S, CH, or SH, or X, you can just add ES. So I just added ES, and then I colored it orange, but around the word. So that's tonight's homework, and tomorrow you'll finish the bottom. Then we had our walk to learn. And then we worked on our bat writing. We already finished the paragraph on the bat's body. And I also want to do one more paragraph with them working a little more independently on their diet. So in the in the packet, Language Arts Weeks 8 and 9 for bats, there's only one T-chart. And we already used it. It's used up. So now we want to talk about their diet. But I told them if there is a test or maybe you're at home when you get older and you're trying to write a paragraph, you need to write the organizer. This T-chart organizes your thoughts. You need to know how to create it on your own. So that's what we did. I told them to grab any paper. I told them that they can use the back cover. Told them they can use line paper from their journal that I gave them. If they lost this, they can pull their grammar out or their math or their science and use the back of that. They can use any paper. I just grabbed a purple paper because that was the first thing in front of me. So I'm going to show you how we set up our T-chart. First, I just wrote topic sentence, and I told them, you don't always have to write topic sentence, because if you know, after you draw this line, you know the sentence up here is your first sentence in your paragraph. Your first sentence tells your reader what they're about to read about, all right? So then I had them draw a line. I colored it green to show them that this is the green part of the T-chart. Then I told them to make their T, to draw a line all the way down, but not to go all the way to the bottom, and to stop a little towards the bottom, and then draw another line. Underneath that last line, write conclusion. Again, they don't have to write conclusion, because when they're on their own, if they know that the bottom part is the last sentence in their paragraph, that's all that matters. I colored it green just to show them. Then we have detail 1, detail 2, detail 3. So I had them draw 2 lines and write that. Detail 1, detail number 2, detail number 3. I colored it yellow to again show them that it's just like the T-chart that I made for them. And then I just outlined the boxes in red to show them that is the elaborate, where we go even further, like with our examples. So I'm going to show you, put them side to side. Kind of hard. My camera doesn't go up anymore, but here we have our T-chart. We have green, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, green. So we have here green, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, green, right? And then since we're talking about their diet, I wrote 2 topic sentences. When they write their paragraph, they can write both of these, or they can choose one. Your topic sentence tells your reader what they are about to read. Both of these talks about the diet and bats. Bats' diets are so interesting. If I read that, I'm like, all right, they're going to tell me about bats' diet. They're not going to go talk about how they love Wonder Woman, right? Because that doesn't fit underneath the topic sentence. Different bats eat different things. Oh, okay, so we're talking about what different bats eat. That works. But if you put them together, it's even stronger. Bats' diets are so interesting. Different bats eat different things. And then we're going to go into explaining, right? So go ahead and pause if you need to. Finish that up. Students should read 30 minutes. They need to make sure their science and history is complete because it's due Friday. And that is it. And get ready for prepare their superhero costume for tomorrow. It could be a shirt. It could be a regular shirt. And they draw a picture of a superhero and tape it on their shirt. I tell them if you don't have a cape, maybe you have a smaller blanket that you can just tie around you. You can make a mask from paper. Do whatever you'd like if you don't have anything, because I don't want you to spend any money. All right. Thank you.